Okay, well, I messed that up. Accidentally turned off the stream, so we've got an alternate link going here. Hopefully people can find it. Yeah, I accidentally clobbered the stream there, but we're back up and running. Trae has an open in the first and a spare in the second, and Brooke Salzman, who's now up in her second frame, started out with a strike on lane 7. This is the championship match for all the marbles. And she has found something on the out of bounds there. Trae has gone undefeated in match play, not only yesterday, but today as well. So he would have to be beaten twice. However, he only needs to beat Brooke once to win the title. And Brooke has the first 3. Looking sharp from that outside line. Haven't seen many people succeed with that really during the course of the weekend, but certainly today, although it seemed like more people were trying for it today. And oh, he got it out. So Salzman up in the 4th frame. She's got the first 3. That one went up high, left her with a 3-6-10. And that's been a tough spare today. Seen people chop it, move off to the right, and slide by. But Brooke has shot at a lot of spares today, picked up most of them, almost all. She's very, very good, accomplished spare shooter. And makes quick work of that 3-6-10. So she's got 77 through the first 3 with a spare up in the 4th. Trae Henrichsmeyer, 29 through 2 and a double up. You're watching the championship match at the Youth Holiday Match Games at Colonial Lanes in Rochester, Minnesota. Bowlers have gone through 7 games of qualifying. Ooh, that went through the nose. Left her with a 3-4-6. And double elimination match play for the 16 qualifiers. Salzman gets 2 out, so he's got 103 through 5. Now Henrichsmeyer up with a double in the 3rd and 4th. Another strike or 2 will get them all caught up. He's gone with a urethane ball for much of the match play and switched to this reactive ball. You can hear clipping something on its way down the lanes, but he's had the last 3 and he's right back in this match. Back to the urethane on lane 7 and leaves a ring 10. Brock says re-release the idle Helios. Oh, he knew that wouldn't get there as soon as he let it go. So 116 through 6 for Trae. No, he says probably the original, the purple. Another great shot from that out of bounds. She's putting it right up the ditch, and it is coming back with authority. Brooke was working her way through the winner's bracket until she ran into Trae, and Trae shot 235 at her, which pushed her back into the loser's bracket, but she did defeat Drake Waite, and that landed her here in the championship match. Chop the 5 off the 8. Bad timing for that. So 131 through 7. Trae's got 116 through 6, and he's up in the 7th on the right lane. Imploring that ball to carry, but 6 does not take out the 10. That time he got it. So he'll have 116 through 6 with a spare up in the 7th. Strike will give him a 5-pin lead. Nickelback wants to know if they're bowling 2. That all depends. So if Trae wins, the tournament's over. He's the champion. If Brooke wins, they bowl again. Trae has to be beaten twice because he hasn't lost a match in match play. Back to the urethane ball on 7. That one came up a little light, left the 7-pin. And took care of that. So 135 through 7 with a spare up in the 8th. Brooke now up in the 8th frame. She's got 131 through 7. Nickelback saying, good deal, go Trae. And Jay wants to know what the score is. 135 through 7 for Trae. He's got a spare up in the 8th. And Brooke has 131 through 7. She's up in the 8th frame right now. And she threw it in the ditch. She had been playing that outside line last match and this match. And that one got right, and there just wasn't room to swing it. And that one went left. She left 3, so now she's got 138 through 8, and that gives Trae the upper hand. You know she wants that one back, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Up high, 3, 6, 9, 10. Got that one out, and it hit with authority. Trae needs count, and he is going to be champion for a second time this weekend. Trae Henrichsmeyer, your youth holiday match games champion. That's the victory lap. Trae Henrichsmeyer has not lost a match this entire weekend. And he is your champion for both the junior, the youth holiday match games, and the adult holiday match games. An incredible weekend of bowling. And
all right, Sunday bowlers. I'll start with practice for you.
Wow. Warren Mansky offering congratulations to Trae on the 2 titles this weekend. He says great bowling. I'll be taking some pictures. And hopefully we can have another word with the champ ×2 in just a moment here. Brian Rucker offering his congratulations on a weekend sweep for Trae. You can see Al Houston, who's running things here. And Warren says, thanks for the live stream. Thank you for watching. That was a big oopsie at the end, but I'm glad so many people came back to check out the championship. It was a heck of a match. See? Mom knows.
I'm here. I'm back.
Mom knows. She knows what time it is.
I know it.
Wow. What a weekend.
That was fun. I enjoyed my weekend. I don't know about everybody else, but it was a blast.
No, man, in that match play, you're going like 240, 220, 230, 220. I mean, what was so different about the shot in the match play than in qualifying where there were some shaky moments?
I was 127 after 5.
Yep.
I was out of the number, and I ended up hooking my purple hammer because that was why I was struggling. Is I couldn't control the back ends.
Okay.
And they were like super clipped for me, and just ended up going to my purple, just trying to get 9 because I knew the number was close-ish to me, and I knew as long as I made it, I'd have a chance at making a run again. So threw the purple and ended up shooting 250. So I was like, apparently this is a good ball reaction, and did it the next game 220 and kind of stuck with it throughout match play, and it looked really, really good. This was the only match in match play where I didn't throw it. Oh. They just started – I had sat like 3 matches, and they kind of settled out a little bit, made it hook a little earlier. So kind of went to the reactive stuff, just trapped it on the head pin again, and did really good at getting 9 today. And for the most part, spares. But, yeah, just kind of grinded it out.
Did you see something as you were throwing practice balls in between the matches where you thought that, going to that the reactive ball in the one lane was a good idea?
I threw it on both lanes because I threw an RSTX2 on the left lane.
Okay.
So I was throwing that on the practice pair, and that was getting the corners out much better than it was. I had a little more room with it, I'll say, to hit the pocket. And sometimes whenever, especially with having 2 matches, I'll take my chances the first one with a 2-0 game if I can get there. So it was just giving me a little more shim, a little more hold, a little more confidence to carry, and just didn't want to have to force anything. So I just went to the reactive stuff.
Yeah. In the championship match with Brooke, she comes out throwing it up the gutter. She did in the semifinal against Drake and had great success with
Yeah.
it. You saw her throw those strikes. I think she started out with the first 3. Where what are you thinking when she takes that early lead?
Well, I was just kind of like, she's gonna be tough to beat. So, I mean, Brooke's a really good bowler, Team USA for a reason. So, she's never gonna be easy to beat. So it was kind of expected, to be honest, but lucky enough that my ball did the right thing for the most part, and she gave me a couple openings, and I took advantage of them. So.
Yeah. What is it like to go through that many matches and just not lose?
I love match play.
You were perfect for the entire weekend.
10-0, yeah. I always claimed to be a match play bowler, so that kind of proved it again. Lucas is laughing at me, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I usually won't be the one leading qualifying, but if I make the bracket, I'm pretty good at just grinding it out, doing what I need to do to win my match and make a run in match play. So
I feel like the pivotal moment was that tie you had with
Yeah.
Dawson.
That was huge.
Tell me about the roll-off. That was pretty intense.
I thought I was out for dead, and fortunately he missed a spare for me, gave me a chance to win, and buried the first 2 really good shots. Third one I thought was okay. I think I just got a little slow, and it went high and 4-7. Had a very good chance to like trip a 4-pin, but fast 8'd, and I was like, why do we have to tie? Like, yeah, and then he went strike, flat 10, spared it, and then struck again, and I was lucky enough to get the second one of the 10th. Pretty good shot there. Just got the 10 out, so gave me the win there and kind of stuck with it. So
yeah, no, that was.
I mean, we tied with 234, so it wasn't a very low-scoring match.
Time to hold up on practice.
I know it.
Make sure your machines are set to first ball.
Set your machine to the first ball,
Just a reminder, tonight is 9
I got it.
no tap.
Yep.
and it's 9-pin no tap. So 9 is a strike.
I would have shot like 290.
No, just a tremendous tournament weekend, of course. What works well for you at this house? A lot of people had trouble carrying. There was trouble chopping spares. There were high flush pocket hits, leaving 8s and 9s. How did you get through all that?
This place hooks a ton, and I have some pretty clean stuff in my bag that I brought. I brought almost 10 shiny balls out of the 15 I brought. I didn't bring very much strong stuff. 2 of those are urethane, so pretty much, I mean, bringing as many balls that are as close to each other as possible that are in that zone, just to get it to go through the pins. And that was pretty much the biggest thing, being in the right ball, not afraid to make ball changes, and hand positions were a big thing this weekend. I got a Helios that don't hook much, and the thing is not creating much entry angle, and that is not going to go through the pins very well. So I was spinning it through the fronts, trying to catch it a little bit at the back, and just get it to shape up the right way. It's pretty much just creating the right angle to the pins. The more angle you have here, the worse, I think. But you obviously can't have too little either, otherwise you're going to flat 10, but
Sure.
just that happy medium.
Yeah, and it worked out really well for you. So where do you go from here? What's the next event? What's next for you?
I think my next thing is team trials in Vegas. So
Okay.
take a week off, have Christmas with the family, and then we head out to Vegas on New Year's. So
Oh, well, good
that'll be
luck.
fun.
Good luck with that. You've had an incredible 2023.
Yeah, it's been a good one.
We can only keep it around for a couple more weeks.
I know. I want to keep it around forever.
But this is going to be one you'll remember for a long, long time. You're going to be headed to Wichita State
I will.
after this school year. So we'll be excited to follow your progress there. Of course, I'll see you
I'll see you at home.
pretty much
Yeah.
weekly. We've got the same drive coming up, so I don't want to keep you here too long. But congratulations.
Thank you.
An incredible weekend of bowling. I think everybody would agree. And best of luck as you
Awesome.
go to Vegas.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
And happy holidays.
Yes, you as well.
It's-
Happy Christmas.
It's
Fest.
like the last thing before the Christmas holiday. So happy holidays to all of you. Thanks so much for joining us. Sorry about the little snafu. I thought I'd get cute, try and get a better angle with the semifinal match, and I accidentally knocked off the stream. But it seems like some of you at least followed me to the new link, which is good. But anyway, my apologies for that. Trae Henrichsmeyer, your champion ×2 here at the holiday match games, the Med City holiday weekend here in Rochester, Minnesota. I'm Andrew Pfeffer for Bowling with the Pfeff. We'll see you next time. Good night.